Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Virtue's Last Reward, with our special celebrity guest still here.
Again, not a celebrity, but glad to be here.
When last we left off, we finished at the Golem Bay. But then a mysterious voice said, "Hold up, Governor."
Yeah.
So, let's see who that is. Was that you, Luna?
No.
Why would you assume the voice was her? Then, Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Wow.
Hey, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Oh my god, it's a robot.
Blimey, that hurts.
He's Australian.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
Coolest robot.
It's a robot.
And it's talking.
With an accent.
Everyone has an accent.
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half. Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse? Why, that's right cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they'd give us all a, what you call them,
Wait, it wasn't Australian. I'm an idiot. It's British. I'm so stupid.
It's alright.
Oh god.
I don't know accents much either.
Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
So, what the heck are you?
Cooper.
If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, me old son. Right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Gollum?
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes are spelt G-O-L-E-M, but me and me mates are G-A-U-L-E-M.
Okay, just to interrupt him real quick. I wanted to point out that earlier we didn't know how to get the gold thing. Not that we wanted to find it, but... let me check. But... if you look at this poster... remember we were reading the ones with the eyes lit? You use this poster, and you see what the letters would be for the eyes that weren't lit, because this lights up with each one that was... the eye was lit, for example. Like, you can see the first one over there, the right eye was lit, so that's why it did B, and then we got the E, and got beacon out of it.
Oh.
I think. So what you do is you use this to, use the other... the unlit eyes to get the other password. But that's too much effort, so we're not doing it, but... that's how you would get the bonus for anybody wandering at home.
I see.
Anyway, back to... the robot.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine. The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots and all.
So... should I just call you Gollum?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too. I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique. I figure that's as good a name as any.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
That's
Wow.
way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey
All right.
from me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
Golm?
Gollum.
Come on, man. That's just Gollum.
Well, I'll be bugging. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
All right, Gollum. You said Alice Darling a little bit ago, right?
What? A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her Darling. What I'm saying is, you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
You don't know? Well, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw. And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, you know? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
Then,
Does that mean...
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero. The Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
so Golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite. I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
Right you are, missus. You'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains. Well, we're like your arms or legs. The Gollum seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body. Which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like boop, 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 and eventually my body picks them up.
Boop, boop, boop.
Finally, those
What
commands cause actions what move the various
interesting
bits of my body.
onomatopoeia.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a Gollum's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core. Zero and I are 2 different blokes. You recollect what Gollum stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now. And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Curl on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pair on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Well, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted
Don't
now,
you
chums?
just have long-winded explanations like this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Then you're saying that Zero Jr. is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto! Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? 'Cause you lot turned me on, is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, that button on top of the sink.
Right you are, governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I see. So, you aren't gonna answer my question?
Huh? Well, what question is that?
I asked you how your shoulders get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Gee.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart to flutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your laws and peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
The Chinese room.
No.
Without waiting for an answer, Golm, lodged into his explanation. Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the pieces of paper are questions written naturally in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received, slip that answer back through the slot. Once the Chinese questions began to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself. Why, I can't read these at all. Whatever am I to do? It is at that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming. More and more and more of them. She finds the set of characters that corresponds to the set of characters on the paper, and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here, they give her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? When I was 14. It was a grade ahead of me in school. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions with the pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork. All of these questions were written in Chinese, and the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper, with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Oh my god, of course you had to bring up the underwear part. Gross.
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can't say there is. Just tickles me fancy, I guess. But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Exactly.
What?
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see? After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders? Or a robot feeling pain?
You thick? I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from this unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels
my
pain when
God.
you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot. Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain? Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person. You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
I understand. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
I mean, he's been here for years. He just wants somebody to talk to.
I guess so, but jeez. You went like a whole paragraph explaining what a subconscious is.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mite excited as all.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lot.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
So they are like Terminators. They got flesh over them usually.
Oh my god, yeah.
Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
Command violation. Rogue processes detected. Product
Oh, God.
ID GTMCMGOLM.
Oh my God, they're gonna kill him.
Emergency deactivation.
Oh no. I take it all back. I'm so sorry, little puppy.
TMCMGOLM. Now inactive. No other rogue processes detected in additional Golem platforms. Returning to surveillance mode.
Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
He was trying to tell us something important. Darn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Right in the middle of what?
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Oh, God.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, good
What the
grief.
heck?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
They got tired of waiting for us. We were stuck in here too long, and then we talked to a robot for who knows how long.
Oh, no.
Why would they do
We
that?
have to hurry.
Right, let's go.
Maybe it wasn't a person.
Dun,
Or
dun,
it could be crazy quirk.
crazy quirk.
Somebody.
Oh, that quirk. He's so
He's
quirky.
a bit quirky. Oh my God. You beat me to it.
Indeed.
Yes.
Right, full sprint down the long hallways. We're going through here. The lounge, I believe we went through the lounge.
Yeah.
Warehouse A.
Where's the house?
We pushed through the magenta door and ran to the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and K. Hey, what the heck, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why?
Fuck you, Dio.
I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an ass?
Probably both.
He's just an asshole.
We were.
Yeah, but
But what about the others?
okay. So, I know I said I hated Alice, but I'm gonna be real. I have been agreeing a lot with Alice recently. I think Dio is the bitch in this timeline.
Each timeline has its own.
Right.
Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic door.
This is bad.
He wasn't off. He's always been a bit quirky.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago.
Wait, what?
Where'd the Alice go?
Oh god, she just...
Oh, she's over there. Me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when...
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, hey
Quark!
guys.
Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere.
Good.
When was the last time you saw him?
We were
Oh
heading
my
back here.
goodness.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
All right. We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that. Whatever she's doing in that corner.
Hey, your guess is as good as mine.
The crew quarters. Hey, Quark! Quark! He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge. Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Back into floor B we go. You went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah, maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
Red door. The pantry.
He's in the cabinet.
This is...
The pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too.
That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
You
Whoa, whoa,
think?
whoa, just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2. You think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3. How on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're dead. Interesting.
No, not really, but I mean, sure.
I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Holy shit.
Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Wow.
Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
Dang.
Yeah.
How about
There's
water?
a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was
I
safe?
guess you could say that.
Oh my god.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous.
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh,
Oh my
I
god.
almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else! Twice cooked pork!
Oh, for God's sake.
Wait,
Why the
wait,
heck
wait,
are you
wait.
shouting about that?
isn't it kind of like the Chinese room incident?
Yes, it was specifically mentioned there as well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Twice cooked
What
pork?
is it?
Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe at...
Bullshit.
Oh, come on, at least let me tell you first. Alright. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door. How we'd met a robot there named GOLM, who told a very interesting story. It was very interesting, you see.
Right.
Edge
Don't
of our
forget the
seat
panty
stuff.
details, because
Yeah.
apparently that's very important.
So the Gollum guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see, right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words... Sigma!
Oh
Fun!
my gosh, more cockblock.
Yeah.
There you are! I've been looking all over for you!
What's going on?
Something bad! Something really bad!
Metaphorical, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Well, come on, spill
Alice.
it.
Alice is... Just come
What?
with me. She's
What
in
happened
the
to
crew
Alice?
quarters.
Oh god.
We'll sprint down the halls.
She done with the sickness again.
Full sprint, full sprint. Back to the crew quarters. We can hear a lot. Oh my good. What? No, this isn't real. All I could hear were Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. If you've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain.
It was Cork.
Feel the sudden alien weightlessness of a long fall, and for just a moment you're painfully aware of the fact that you were thousands of feet above the earth, in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. I knelt down beside Alice's body, and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't being a human any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned and my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me.
Okay.
I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him.
So,
Yeah.
another observation to make. The first timeline we went through, it was mentioned that the sickness, like, gave you, your body, it removed the limiters it has in your muscles, so essentially you're just a lot stronger than usual. And for someone to dig through a chest like that would have to be very strong. So I'm assuming, with the evidence provided, and that Quark also had the sickness before, that is Quark.
It's a psycho child on the loose.
Yeah.
So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body. If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me
Well-
we'd catch them together.
I mean, we do know that Clover did have a little spell in the first game.
Just a little moment.
Yeah, of mass murder. But I don't think it's her.
Don't do this.
Clover.
Can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Yeah,
Hey, Clover.
oh god. Run far away.
I'm sorry, Alice.
She's a scary bitch.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tenmyuji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow and...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are two possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning
He
to
is
feel rather
always
accustomed to it.
being thrown shade. He's just a robot.
I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you mean?
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire Nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Yeah, that's kind of metal.
Why
That's
would
very
anyone
metal.
do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No,
They always shoot down this idea. Well, why?
there's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Sr. has a body. Do you think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Oh, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay,
Definitely
perhaps?
not Luna.
Or maybe Clover. There was always Tenmyuji. Fi, maybe? No, it couldn't be her.
No,
I had
not,
been with
not
Fi the whole
Fi.
time we were looking for Courtney. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Quirk. It
Everyone
seemed like
had
a bit of
forgotten
a
about-
stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyuji.
You. Okay. Well, he just doesn't have the context.
Yeah, we don't have that timeline stuff. Where had
Right.
Quirk gone?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
What do you
We
mean?
should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration. The fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor.
Hey, look! 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyuji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is... well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
I guess we won't have to worry about Alice telling us to betray or anything.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really?
Winky face.
Now, this is interesting. If one of you guys picks betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Shut up, Dio.
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally. Of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
I always wants to betray
Well,
everyone.
Choose ally and Kay chooses the opposite. Then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants. But it's not as simple as just choosing betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the two of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Oh, give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
What? This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the Nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
Then what are you going to do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Phi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AB gate.
What the fuck? You bitch! God damn it, Phi! Open this fucking door!
He pounded on the door, screaming, but showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote? This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Phi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Phi will choose ally just went way up. After all, if you pick ally and she betrays you...
Dio will have 9 points.
Exactly.
Don't you think Phi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Phi is going to choose ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose ally.
2 minutes remain until polling
Settle.
closes.
Choose ally. Easy.
Yeah.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Sigma? You are going to choose ally, right?
Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose ally.
Right, I will. Start. Do you want to ally, right?
30 seconds
Yes.
remain
Of
until
course.
polling closes.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
So we're sticking with it.
Now, what am I going to do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. After all, I promised Luna that I'd pick ally. But, what if she was lying to me?
I would have chosen ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent. And I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7.
He likes to
6,
do it at the last second.
5, 4.
Yep.
3,
I mean, it would automatically pick ally anyway,
1.
so...
Right.
No. Ow.
Oh god. You scared me.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Okay, let's go see the results.
Results
Okay.
from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Okay, Tenmyuji and Quark betrayed Clover. They are all allied. And we also all allied.
Awesome.
Also, Quark has enough points to leave now if they wanted to.
Like is definitely going to leave.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you, Sigma.
No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Lawful good. Anyway, thank you
It was
too.
nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we'll get to pair up in the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can
If
trust.
we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Well, hold on. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally twice.
You're right.
So let's choose Ally and get the heck out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why do you look so
Well,
sad?
it's just... There's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Oh, yes.
We still haven't found Quark either,
That too.
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1. You have to guard the door to make sure
Why
it doesn't
did you
run out.
do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did. Look where it got me. How could you do that? You're such a jerk. How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah,
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Miyuji didn't respond, just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short.
Oh,
That's honestly a great excuse if he's being an accomplice.
Yeah. She spun on her heel and headed off toward the cyan door instead. Cyan.
What just happened?
It's like, what?
I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses ally. Tenmyuji must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray, and so I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kind of skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the heck, man? He did you a favor, and now you're gonna give him...
Such a bitch.
You chose ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Did you really think
Like
that would be
why?
enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him, too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could, change the subject.
Leave him alone.
Where did Dio go?
Oh yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go? Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut. Yeah, that's supposed to happen.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
The star round. We had the sun, the moon, and now the star round.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
they're not one use like the others.
Why?
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however.
Which means there's only gonna be one more escape room.
I hope.
There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, we should check what we got now. Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
Okay, we are paired with Phi again.
Oh,
Looks like we're
God.
paired up again. Better than getting
I
stuck
don't
with
like
Dio, I
this.
guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to be?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets. And opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta, yellow, and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What color doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
Yeah, we should.
I will
we should
try to
look at
find
this.
the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Okay, let's go. I'm going to have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about this.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
Hour and 21 minutes. Still got quite
An
a while.
hour and 21 minutes.
Have to wait that long.
Then let's take
A lot of
that.
plot can happen
What do
before
you
we
say?
get to
We
the
all
next
meet
puzzle
back
room.
here in 40 minutes?
Everyone can die.
Sounds good.
Except for, the, metal-plated man.
Alright. Kay and Luna step through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Okay, this video is now an hour long. Do you want to cut it here and then do another one?
I don't know, let's see time.
What'd you say?
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Okay. I just don't want the video to be too long in one single video, you know?
I understand.
So I suppose, everyone, if you enjoy this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.